When they add pure PvE, I'll play it. Till then, Marathon is worse than trash. Sony claiming they're listening to feedback from Marathon is one of the best jokes I've ever seen in my life. Dude, is your profile picture the Marathon logo? My f***ing brain is melting. Marathon is the elephant in the room for the Bungie community at the moment. I want to say up front, this is not a Marathon hate video or a Marathon shill video, although I'll be called both a hater and a shill in the comments, almost guaranteed. Safe to say you can't win, but Marathon's here. It's a thing that's happening. I'm curious to play the game, but I appreciate some people don't like the look of it, especially if you come from the Bungie community. Regardless, it is a grab the popcorn moment. This week was interesting. Bungie got a dude who is a peanut to do one of the first big live streams for Marathon immediately before launch, and it's been quite divisive, safe to say. Why would you hire the most disinterested streamers for the only pre-launch showcase? Peanut's whole shtick is running around doing goofy sounds, and the other one is literally AFKing to eat while in a raid. I want to see actual gameplay, get a feel for how the guns and mechanics work. There's been a lot of feedback about Peanut streaming the game, which I don't really want to get into massively, but it's very clear why Bungie would want to do this, because Peanut has a massive audience who come from, well, largely this genre of games, so it makes sense, doesn't it? As we've said though, you won't need anyone's opinion in a couple of weeks because we get an open preview, and I would say you should let that speak for itself. The best thing about being on the internet is it's always my fault. We also get very rational folks like this. The more I see about Marathon, the more I realise I'm not their target audience. I'm not a PvP person, and it just looks like Destiny with all of the story and PvE sucked out of it. And there are components of truth in there. Some folks will agree and some folks won't, but overall, it is a rational opinion. I got some funny comments the other day when I threw this image into some Marathon coverage, which was really just a bit of a joke. Someone said what a fever dream that Marathon part was. As far as playtests for Marathon, Bungie would be smart to invite current D2 players to try it. A lot would just shake their heads violently, but I bet those same people would still feel loved. Deep down, many of us just want to feel that bit of love right now, don't we? I don't know of anyone that is even remotely talking about Marathon. Now, that seems a little bit hyper, because whether you like it is kind of irrelevant. Their recent Vidoc had more than 500,000 views, 25,000 likes, getting on for 6,000 comments, so it is absolutely not factual that nobody is talking about Marathon. Bungie, if you make Destiny great again, I'll buy Marathon. Homie, me too. Marathon will be Lightfall on steroids. Don't say I didn't warn you. Marathon's roid hookup better be Nimbus, man. I can see a little bit of likeness there, to be fair. Marathon equals Lego Tarkov. We're back to the whole art style conversation. One thing I really like about Marathon, personally, are the environments, right? Especially those Bungie skyboxes. A lot of it, actually, is very, very Bungie, with kind of a dose of Mirror's Edge or something thrown into it. There's one thing that I'm less of a fan of with Marathon, completely honestly, and that's the character design overall. This is off the back of my recent mean comments video, punishing some porcelain and Marathon are surprisingly related to each other at the amount of shit that Marathon runners generate just by existing. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it's kind of funny. Nobody cares about Marathon. Being a Destiny 2 player in no way translates to fan of Marathon. Shut up about Marathon already. I didn't say anyone was a fan of Marathon. Although there have to be some out there, right? Who are these freaks? You're ruining my fucking life! Seems kind of coincidental that every D2 content creator is bashing D2 right now. It's almost like Bungie needs its influencers to help nudge us towards Marathon. Maybe they do to an extent. I know some folks have kind of asked for, the community, the Destiny players in general, to show a bit of support for Marathon in the hope that that leads us somewhere more positive. I think people should all just make their own decisions, when that playtest drops for Marathon. I recommend that everyone jumps in and tries to actually keep off the internet, stay off social media, and just make your own mind up about the game. Chados said, "We are listening, but we decided to ignore it. Please buy Marathon. Let's get some momentum going. Much love." You f***ing savages, man. I preached boycotting Marathon until we get the roadmap on Bungie's official Marathon page, so they gave me a top fan badge. So confused. That's a super Bungie thing to do though, isn't it, right? Take someone who's just continuously in your feed, wear roadmap, stop talking about this Marathon stuff. Oh, give them a top fan badge, dude. Bosh. I was talking about Marathon the other day. I think this is in relation to Marathon obviously being a big deal for Bungie. Someone said, I agree. However, there's being supportive and then there's being completely delusional and in denial. Given how the last remaining YouTubers are talking about Destiny even with all the crap going on, and it being very clear Bungie just doesn't care, that shows you're all in denial and not wanting to see the truth. Who knows, people like you, Lucky, Cross, everyone else will have the right to flip everyone off saying, haha, we were right, screw you all. I'm sorry, but this is not looking good. I understand how you're feeling. I don't think I'm in denial though. I'm just covering the news as it happens, They're trying to save face because they know most of their marathon players are going to come from Destiny, and most of us aren't going to play because of how D2's been treated. There's some truth in that. I mean, perhaps with the exception of most marathon players coming from Destiny. If that's the case, if that's Bungie's plan, then we're f***ed. We've got no chance, boys. Stop making marathon content for D2. I don't agree with the sentiment and like losing your mind at people because marathon exists. But I know the weird feeling that you're talking about, where you have this thing, Destiny, we really love it. I mean, if you're still around at this point, you have loved Destiny a lot. But Bungie are quiet about Destiny and they keep talking about this marathon thing. And I'm not being hateful, but it's this kind of new sibling anxiety. And that doesn't speak to whether it's right or it's wrong. I actually know how you feel. Do marathon stuff, Houndish. Ignore the gripes. It's your living. Do what you gotta do. Marathon's gonna flop, and you'll be mad for wasting your hard-earned money. I'll say it again. Pre-order after the playtest, man. A marathon roadmap before the roadmap we were promised for Destiny. They are telling you in no uncertain terms that they do not give a f*** anymore. Honestly, I would hate to see that too. I think it would just be dreadful. The optics of it, the reality of it. I get that it's a bit salty, man, but I can't help but agree. Yeah, that would be a shite strategy. I don't understand why D2 players are so salty about Marathon right now. After everything D2 has been through, if you have higher expectations or are surprised by what's going on, then that's on you and your copium addiction. I can't even disagree, dude. We should be thankful. They ask us to donate to Destiny 2, and they use these monies on Marathon, an IP no one from the Destiny community wishes for. And now we should praise the Marathon? F no. This is that habit of just because you talk about a thing, people project all these kinds of intentions onto you, right? If you're angry about Destiny, it's fine. If you like Marathon, it's fine. If you hate Marathon, it's fine. But it's not my f***ing fault. We shouldn't support or invest in Marathon and see what Bungie does next. Or just not support Marathon. How about that? Yeah, definitely. When they add pure PvE, I'll play it. Till then, Marathon is worse than trash. Sony claiming they're listening to feedback from Marathon is one of the best jokes I've ever seen in my life. Dude, is your profile picture the Marathon logo? My f***ing brain is melting. And that really brings us to kind of the point outside of a bit of entertainment value in this video, right? And like I've said, I totally get how players feel about Destiny because I feel it as well. Very obviously, this is the path that Bungie have chosen, right? And now we're on it. Or not. We can all make our own choices. But at the end of the day, it's totally fine to want to play a video game because you think it looks fun. I don't have the right to take that away from anyone else. And neither do you. For me, Marathon is the ultimate grab the popcorn moment because one way or another, whichever side of the fire you're on, a fire is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be fire. Give me your thoughts down below. Please don't put words in my mouth. I acknowledge that you all have your opinions, man. And I have mine. Live a good life. Enjoy yourselves.